Good evening, guys. I'm here tonight to do an unboxing and a review of a PC which I bought from eBuyer, but is made by a PC specialist. It's called the PC Specialist Vanquish Centurion gaming PC. Now, if you look on YouTube, you're going to find videos of this already, but they're all different. They're all different specs and of course different prices, and they serve different purposes. This one is a sort of 27 edition, I'd say, budget gaming PC. It's a gaming PC, but it isn't of the highest specs, and I'll go through the specs later. What I'm going to do tonight is I'll unbox this, I'll open it up just to see how it looks inside, because people care about presentation, and maybe, just maybe, you'll see what branding the parts are, because it mentions the specs on the eBuyer website, but it doesn't say what brand they are. And then I'll plug it into my TV and I'll run Windows, just see how it runs. And what the plan is for me to use it for around 2 weeks, and then I'll get back, obviously in the same video, with the actual review, because I don't really want to review it tonight. It's obviously going to be as good as it can be on its first day in use, but after a few weeks I might find some faults. I might find that the Wi-Fi doesn't work very well, or I keep getting blue screens, or there's too many updates or something. So yeah, I'll talk about that. I'll also talk about another computer that I was going to buy, which may even be more suitable for you if you're really cash strapped, or if you're not really looking for certain things in a computer. So yeah, first things first will be unboxing it. So forgive any mess that you might see. I've actually been at work all day, which is probably why you see my hair is a bit messy. I work in construction, and basically the choice was either I open this tonight and use it, which I really want to do, or I wait until like the weekend when I've got more time, so I can do possibly a better review. By that I mean like in terms of lighting and the way I look and stuff, but I'd rather use this now. So anyway, with regards to this, the box that it comes in is massive, it's huge. And I expected it to be a box inside a box, because the reviews that I watched regarding these gaming PCs was that that's what I saw, but actually there's a handle on the top and there's a handle here, and I can see the computer inside, so I'm guessing there's all like foam all around it, but it's not in its own box. So I'm going to open it now. I haven't opened it already to see, so it'd be funny if I opened it and there's something else in there, but hopefully not, because that will be awkward. Here we go. It's funny because on the box it recommends that you keep the package in case you send it back, but I think this is a pretty huge package, so unless you're going to like cut it down, fold it up and then tape it, I think that's not really a good idea. Okay, so this is how it looks. What the hell is this? They've given me a welcome pack I wasn't expecting. I don't know what's in there. I'm guessing paperwork, and more paperwork. How do you see that? Okay, so what I'm going to do is now I'm going to take it out, and I'm thinking. I think I'll put it on my desk, and then I'm going to open up the case, assuming I can open up the case. I'll use my phone to get a close-up on the inside, just so we can see how the presentation looks and maybe what brand stuff is. And then, yeah, I'll talk about the price a little bit and compare it to some other computers. And yeah, just give my general initial feelings on it. Here it is out of the box with the welcome pack. I'll open this up now and just see what we get inside. Okay, so as expected, we get, I'll show you, we get a disc, which is something Geforce drivers. Now it's funny that they send you a disc, because this computer doesn't have a disc drive and it has no room for a disc drive. So I'm guessing they expect you to have an external disc drive. This is some quick installation guide for is it the graphics? I think it is. Quick installation guide, blah blah blah, HDMI. This is, I think, advertising. Yep, SSD advertisement. Some other driver, about just a link to the website to download the driver. I suppose you can do it online too. Windows 10, what is this? Oh, this is gold. See this? For many years I've wanted some sort of Windows 10 recovery disk, and this looks like it is. Yeah, Windows 64-bit software. Alright, brilliant. This is something... Oh my god, there's another disc. How many discs are they going to send? This is H110. This is something, I don't know. Something I'm probably not going to use unless I have to. PC Specialist, I'm guessing some sort of manual, welcome booklet. The motherboard. That disc is for the motherboard, and this is also for the motherboard, and this other paperwork is for the motherboard. In fact, it has a motherboard layout. This is something new. In the past, when I've bought computers, it doesn't have such information. Look, it's got the motherboard layout there. Apologies if the focus isn't perfect. It's should be autofocus, but yeah. Also in the box, you get, looks like a power cable, which I will show you in 1 second. Yeah, the power cable, which you would expect, and you get some other stuff here. It looks like, if I had to guess, I'm guessing this is a hard drive caddy. I'm lucky because I've got a 3D printer, so I can probably 3D print one if I need to. You get a bunch of screws, which I'm guessing is for the hard drive caddy. Funnily enough, you get 2 antennas, which is funny for me because I fly drones and I use these antennas, but I'm guessing, yeah, so at the back there's 2 ports for these. I'm guessing that is the Wi-Fi. And finally is a weird cable which looks like something you'd connect a hard drive to. I don't know, I've never seen that in my life. I'm not some sort of computer professional. So yeah, what I'm going to do now is, the case looks easy to open. This actually looks like the case of another computer I have under my desk. Look, if I just move this camera down, see that computer there? It's much more basic than this, but the cases look very similar. I think I just have to take 2 screws out the back and then slide it. So I'll try that now, and if that is successful, I'll get my phone out. So forgive the quality, by the way. I'll get my phone out and we'll just have a little nose around and see what we get. So I've cracked open the PC, and if you're going to open it up, you want to open it, you can open it from both sides, because on the other side there's like a bunch of cables that are sort of squashed between the actual case and this. But if you want to open it so that you can see everything, open it from the side with this. You'll see inside it anyway, so you'll know, but I just thought I'd tell you. So this is how it looks inside. You've got the motherboard, the RAM and the graphics card all together. Then you've got a fan here. You've got the hard drive down here and the PSU over here. So this computer actually has a 7th gen Intel i5 processor. I think it's 7200 3 GHz. It comes with 8 GB of RAM, which is some Corsair brand, as you can see there. The motherboard is, of course, as we've seen with the manual, it's Asus something, you know what. This is a GT 1050 Ti, 4 GB graphics card. I believe it's Nvidia, but it says Zotac, so I'm guessing there's lots of like aftermarket versions. I'm not sure. This is a 1 TB hard drive. I'm not sure what the brand is. I'm guessing I could unscrew it and pull it out, but I don't want to mess with it now. And this is this is also Corsair. This is I believe a 350 watt PSU. I'm guessing that it's 350 because it says 350. I can't remember. That's the only thing I can't remember from the specs. Because originally I wanted to buy another computer, and the PSU, the reason I didn't buy it was simply because of the PSU, but I'll get into that later. So anyway, yeah, they give you a huge tower, but there doesn't seem to be that much in it. But I mean, that's not a bad thing, because if you want to upgrade the motherboard, you've got room for it. If you want to, I don't know if you can move stuff around. Probably no, because it's all attached to the motherboard. But I guess, you know, if you want to make changes, then you've got the space for it, I guess. You've got space for, I think there is room for another hard drive somewhere, because why would they send you another Caddy? Yeah, look, room for other stuff. So yeah, that's the inside of the computer. Everything looks brand new. It doesn't look like any damage or any signs of use. That's not to say you can't trust eBuyer. It's just that, you know, I'm not familiar with them. And whilst I've seen adverts on TV, you know, I like to be extra careful, you know. Oh yeah, let's have a look at the ports. So here, if you look, the 2 antennas plug here. This is where you want to plug your monitoring, really. They've got ports here. I'm guessing these are just covers. Like, surely... See, I've never seen this before, but I'm guessing, yeah, there's nothing wrong with taking them off. They're just covers. They're just protectors, I guess. I've never seen that on a computer. I've never seen them actively block it. So like, I'm guessing the reason these are blocked is because they advise that you don't use these. They advise that you use these. If you use these, you're not really using your graphics card. You're just wasting like 150 quid of your computer. So yeah, there's that. There's a bunch of USB ports on the back, including 3.0 and 2.0. In case your graphics card suddenly dies, you've got some ports for other stuff. And perhaps, I'm guessing, perhaps you can still use this port for a second monitor. Because I'd like to do that. That's what I've always done with my laptops. On the front there isn't really much. You've got PC Specialist. It's nice. It looks like glass, but I'm guessing it's plastic. That's just a guess. I'm not going to hit it. And you've got one USB 3.0 and I think, is that one USB 2.0? Yeah. As well as, looks like headphones and earphones and a power button and a restart button. There isn't really much to it besides that. I think that this is everything. Let's just get a focus on that. There we go. Hard drive. Right. I'm going to close this up and connect it to my TV. Okay guys, so I've made it to the home screen and there isn't really much to say, to be honest. It says PC Specialist and there's the recycling bin. Something called BullGuard, which was running for about 5 minutes, optimizing my system apparently. Geforce Experience and important, please Reggie. I'm guessing it says register or something. Anyway, one thing that happened straight away was my firewall. I got an error saying firewall failed to start. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to restart it because I want to know how fast the computer actually boots. So let's see. Just see how fast it goes from this to logging in, the login screen again, should I say. I won't actually obviously log in because I can't hold a phone and log in at the same time, but let's see. Fucking focus. How can this phone not focus? My god. This isn't a bad phone, by the way. It's a really good budget phone. It's just doesn't work well in low light. What the hell is that? Not the fastest booting machine. I'd have to say that my laptop was quicker, but obviously this is probably loading more hardware, so who knows. Okay, it's been about 30 seconds now. Okay, I'm going to be honest, this is surprisingly slow. But it's not, I mean, it's not a problem for me, if I'm honest. I mean, I'm not like someone who, I don't need to access computers urgently, but my expectations were higher considering the specs. But let's see, you know, this is the unboxing. The review is yet to come, so I'll probably be back in 2 weeks with my actual review. Good afternoon, people. So I've had the computer now for 2 weeks and I've had a chance to really use it. I've used the internet, I've downloaded and installed programs and games, I've transferred files and I've done some video editing. So first of all, I'd like to talk about the boot times. In my last section of video I actually booted up the PC and I said I was pretty unimpressed, but in hindsight it's not so bad. I mean, by the time I've turned the computer on and gotten to the correct channel on the TV, it's ready to log in, and it's not really important either. If it really bothers you, you can actually just change things at startup when you turn the computer on and make it start up faster. That's something I didn't think about before, but realised you can actually do. So that's one solution to a potential problem, if it's a problem for you. Next, I want to talk about the Wi-Fi card. It comes with a wireless card, and for the first 2 or 3 days of using it, I found my internet was incredibly slow, and I thought maybe I need to swap this card out for something else. But as it turns out, it wasn't actually the card that was the problem. My internet comes from my phone. I have a contract which gives me 30 gigabytes of tethering, and you know, when the network's bad, then everything is affected. So the computer's affected, the phone itself is affected. You know, anything on Wi-Fi is affected. And so I think the problem I had was actually due to that. And whilst I'm on that subject, it's worth mentioning that because I'm on a mobile phone plan and because I don't have broadband, it turns out that my ability to download games is severely limited. The games I wanted, such as GTA 5, Fallout 4 and Dead Rising 3, they're all too big for me to download. They require 50 gigabytes each, and I have 30 gigabytes per month tethering, so there's no way in hell that I can download them. As a result, I've managed to download only one graphically challenging game so far, which is Command & Conquer Red Alert 3. I've got some other games, but they're old, and I'm kind of stuck until next month on games because I've only got like 5 gigs of data left, and it doesn't even reset for another week. So yeah, if you're going to buy a gaming PC, maybe think about getting better internet as well. And with regards to video editing, I'm actually processing a video now. It's this video I'm making. So far it's around 30 minutes long, and I have to say it's not the fastest at rendering. But to say that, I didn't expect it to be the fastest, and you know, I'm not unimpressed. It takes about a minute to render 1 minute of video, so you know, that's okay. Again, it's not the best, but you could do worse. If you're looking for a budget gaming PC that can video edit, then this is it. And also, what I didn't mention before was that one of the programs it has, which is called Geforce Experience, actually lets you record the screen. So you have a built-in screen recorder, and it records either the volume on the screen or the volume through a mic, or both even, if you have a microphone plugged in. I haven't tried it with the mic, but I have tried it with the games. Obviously, I've got some video to show you where I'm sort of trying to test the GPU. I'm not sure if I have, but you know, it's the best I can do for now. With regards to actually, you know, normally running programs, running the internet, there's no lag whatsoever. I've not had any blue screens, and I've not had to do too many updates. I had to do updates maybe twice so far. With regards to the problem I said I had before with the firewall software, that was actually in relation to the BallGuard internet security that it comes with. You can just remove that. It's a trial. It's bullshit, if you ask me. But I don't know. Maybe you're familiar with BallGuard and maybe it's good. I'm completely unfamiliar with it, and I'm completely fine with Windows Defender. To be honest, I don't go on any illicit websites, so it doesn't matter. It's not important to me. But yeah, maybe you want to get something else. It's up to you. I just want to say as well, because I haven't said it already, that I'm not in any way affiliated with eBuyer. They're not paying me for this. I bought this PC myself. I actually bought it on sale for 600. It's gone up to 700 now. You know, so I'm not inclined to be nice. I'm not inclined to lie, because you know, if it's shit, I'll just tell you it's shit. You know, I have no difficulty with that, to be honest with you. But it isn't. It really does seem to be okay, but not necessarily for people who want to play games on the high settings. I think it's more for people who want to play games on medium settings and you know, not break the bank. Even at 700, I think it's a fairly good price. I think 600 was better, obviously, but there you go. Maybe it'll go on sale again. Who knows? Right. Anyway, enough of me talking crap. I'll show you some footage of the game that I was playing, the Red Alert 3, and you can just see how it runs. Right, so onto the game. What I did at first was I turned the settings up. By default, the settings are on minimum, so you've got 800 by 600 resolution, and everything else is on low. I've turned everything on medium, and I've turned the resolution up to 1080p, and the game runs fine. The frame rate is 30 FPS, and it stays around that. I think, being the age that this game is actually almost 10 years old, I think 30 FPS is the actual top that it can do, the top frame rate. I don't see any option for higher, so that's why I assume that. So what I did was, I simply got as many units together and sort of had like big battles, which on the PlayStation 3 would actually cause lag, and would cause like things like sound effects not to happen and visuals to be different. But on here, that doesn't seem to be the case, as you can see. So yeah, I think it sort of reinforces my opinion on playing games with medium settings. If you want to try high, you're welcome to. There's nothing stopping you. But I'm satisfied with the visuals. I think it it looks a bit better than a console, and that's good enough for me, you know.
Get ready, orbital.
Code for the Mirage.
Signal strength. Yes, sir. Approaching.
A unit is
Base
under
model
attack.
online 2, sir.
Code for
What
the
shall it
Mirage.
be?
Satlink initialized.
Prepare to blend.
Locking coordinates. Anything else on
You
One
code
moment,
for the
sir.
Mirage.
Get ready, orbital.
Unit lost.
Stand by for coordinates. Target acquired. Moving to targeting range. Target acquired.
A unit is under attack. Insufficient funds.
Moving to targeting range. Ready the fire sequence. Yes, sir. Approaching. Target acquired. Get ready, orbital. Set up the target array.
Mirage tank. Camouflage. Standing by.
A unit is under attack.
Link established. Call for fire. Target acquired. Powering up. Moving to target range. Set up the target array. Full satellite access. GPS signal clear. Defense systems on. Nothing gets through the Aegis.
This video is dragging on, so I just want to have a quick final speech. I said earlier that I was going to talk about another PC that I was going to buy. To cut a long story short, before I found this PC, I found another PC that didn't have a GPU, and it had 4 gig RAM. The plan I had was to buy an extra 4 gig RAM and buy a basic GPU, the GT1030, and put it in. But then it turns out I needed a new PSU to do that, because the GPU demanded more power, so that's why I didn't do that. To conclude about this PC, I would say that if I had more money to spare, I would buy another one. I'd buy a better one, should I say. It's not that I don't have the money, I can afford it, but I don't want to spend so much, because you know, I'm interested in many things. I'm interested in cycling, I'm interested in 3D printing, photography, drones, and so, you know, I like to spread the money around. But if you're dedicated to PC gaming, it's worth spending more money to get the best. If you're not, or if you can't afford it, this will do for a number of years, I suspect, at least 2 or 3 years. Then you can think about upgrading or buying something better. Overall, it's a fantastic PC. I hope that in 6 months it doesn't get too slow. I expect to slow down, but hopefully not too much. And yeah, you know, it's good value for money. Maybe buy an external disk drive. I think that's something I need to buy. Otherwise, yeah, I think it's good enough. Thanks for watching, if you're still watching this long.